102.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is one of those days where you get an email in and it's so interesting that you just want to find out what happened. We got an email into the show from a dude named Michael, and all it says is that he met a girl at the gym and tried to think of an interesting way to introduce himself, and it almost ended up in the hospital.
Whoa.
So I want to know what happened. What's up, Michael? How are you?
Good, how you doing?
I think you succeeded in the interesting category because everybody wants to know.
Okay. Should I just tell you?
Maybe tell us about the girl a little bit. What's her name?
Her name is Brittany, and yeah, I met her at the gym.
And had you seen her a couple times, or was this the first time running into her at the gym?
No, I've seen her for a while, and she's, like, incredibly beautiful. And, I mean, I listen to you guys' show a lot, and I know a lot of people are, say that they're, dating this beautiful girl and that, but I think that this girl is probably, like, next level, like, beyond anything.
Are you trying to brag right now, or are you just excited?
I'm not trying to brag since she's not calling me back, obviously.
Okay. Good point.
All right, so had you tried to talk to her before the incident that almost put you in the hospital?
No, I hadn't. The thing is, like, I've seen a lot of guys try to talk to her, like walk up, try to whatever. And she's not rude, but just like gets rid of them, is always just like keeps herself to herself.
Oh my God, you have been stalking this girl at the gym.
I don't know if it's stalking. She's hard not to notice. And anyway, that's what I've seen. So I didn't want to be one of those guys. I didn't want to be just the next in line to strike out. So I was like just trying to think of something I could do to ideally make her laugh, which seems like the best way to get a girl interested,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're right on with that.
So what'd you do? You fart on the treadmill next to her?
No, what I did was she was on the treadmill, and while she was working out, I jumped on the treadmill and started running behind her.
To her treadmill?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Maybe you can go a little faster.
That's great.
That's so not funny. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Come on, loosen up.
I'd be like, whoa, dude, this treadmill's not big enough for you to be right behind me.
Yeah, and I would have to think scary for her as well. Like, what the hell is this weirdo doing?
That's funny.
I thought it was really funny, but her first reaction was definitely a little scared.
Yeah.
And
No.
I kind of like flipped around and turned backwards. So I like got my back to her running, and I was just being funny. I thought, it was going to be cool, but our feet got tangled.
Oh, no.
And we both like went flying and
God.
totally bit it.
Oh, dude.
Oh my gosh, it
man.
sounds so painful.
What a fail.
And you were able to still somehow score a date with her after this?
Yeah.
Well, that's the crazy part. So, I mean, she was super pissed, and I had to, like, talk to the gym supervisor. I got a warning, and, I mean, it was, like, pretty disastrous. But when I went outside, like, 15 minutes later, she was standing there, and she was kind of like, she was upset. She thought, she was like, I could have gotten hurt. And she was right, and I was like, I'm sorry about the way I did it, but I did it because I think you're really pretty, and I didn't know how else to talk to you.
Aww.
And, yeah.
That's kind of sweet.
Well, it obviously got her too.
Yeah.
I can't believe she fell for it, but okay.
I don't know if she fell for it. Maybe I got the A for effort. I don't know. But I basically was like, let me buy you a drink. Let's go, like, hang out for a minute. And she agreed. So we ended up going to the bar down the street, and it was really nice. But after like 30 minutes, she looked at her phone and was like, I really got to go. And she left, and that was it. And now I'm like, she won't text me back. She's ghosting me.
Whoa.
And I don't know what to do.
That's
No idea why.
I really don't. I mean, like, I would have understood, before. She didn't want to talk to me, but we kind of, like, had a moment. We went out, and it was, like, going somewhere. And that's why I'm so baffled. I really don't know what happened.
Yeah, she still went out with you after maybe risking a concussion or a broken bone or something, and then all of a sudden on your date, she just ghosts. That's weird.
So wait, you haven't seen her at the gym either?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen her there. It's been a week, and she's not been there like the times that I've been there.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah, she definitely has switched up her gym schedule because she doesn't want to see you.
Yeah.
What'd you do, man?
Well, I mean, the fact that I almost killed her might be it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That makes sense.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update, all right?
Thank you.
Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, this dude named Michael is on the phone, and he wants to call Brittany. And he almost killed Brittany at the gym, and now he's wondering why he's not getting a call back. It's not quite that serious, but he did see Brittany at the gym for a long time, a girl that he wanted to talk to, and finally one day he got up the nerve and thought he'd be funny, so he jumped on the treadmill at the same time as her to try to be creative, ended up falling off and everything, but did go out on a date, and then shortly into that date, she just ended it and took off like half an hour in, and he hasn't heard from her since.
See, I feel like, Michael, you were expecting too much. I think this was actually a pity date by Brittany.
What?
I mean, granted, you're the one that injured her, but it's a weird thing that women do when we're like, oh, but he feels bad, so I feel bad for him, and I don't want him to feel bad.
Well, I don't think it was a total pity date. I mean, I have something to offer, I think. But at this point, I'm just like trying to figure out why she's ghosting me. It just doesn't make any sense to me, to go out with me and then just like bail like that.
All right, well, I'll dial her phone number right now, get her on the phone, and see if we can find out what happened. Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Brittany, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Brittany, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Brittany.
You ever heard of it before?
Ever heard of what before?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm not sure.
All right. It sounds like you just woke up. Are you tired?
Yes.
Well, good morning,
Well, I'm sorry about that. Well,
sleepyhead.
so we're calling you because we actually got an email from one of our listeners who asked us to call you.
Okay.
You want to know
It's
who?
still not registering, is it?
She's not awake.
Well, no, I'm intrigued.
Okay. His name is Michael.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
All right. And you met Michael at the gym recently.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you went out with Michael on a date after and left pretty quick into it, and you haven't contacted him since.
That is correct.
Okay, cool. Well, Michael emailed us because he wants to know what went wrong.
Oh, well, I mean, it was just like, I wasn't really sure how I felt, I just couldn't really deal with it. First dates are weird, so.
Did you? This was my theory, okay? My theory is that you went out with him as a pity date because he told us about the whole treadmill fiasco where he injured both you and him.
Initially, it kind of was. I'm like, oh my God, such a weird guy. Like I'll just go out with him and get him off my back. But I don't know. I'm not really sure how I feel about him, and I felt really awkward. I had to leave.
During the drinks that you guys were having, you felt awkward?
Yeah, I'm still like kind of going through like a breakup, if you will, sort of. I'm kind of sensitive, so it was going really well, and I'm just so surprised that I liked him, and I don't know if I'm ready to, move forward with a guy that I might like, and I don't know. I'm just sort of a mess right now emotionally.
Oh my God, that's
Oh,
really
that sucks.
sweet.
But you could tell that you liked him that much just from that experience?
Yeah, we had a lot in common, and we started finishing each other's sentences, and yeah, I was taken aback at how attracted to him I became throughout just that half hour, and the feelings were kind of overwhelming that I had to excuse myself.
Wait, how long have you? Are you single right now, or are you still in a relationship?
Oh no, I am single, but I had a fiance, and it was very messy, and it's only been about 5-6 months or so, and I promised myself that I wouldn't date anyone for at least a year.
Yeah.
To really get over this guy, to be fully open and available for a new relationship, and it wouldn't be fair to Michael, to be in to date someone when I'm like this. So
But you could still do stuff with him.
Jubal!
I mean, that's a good way to get over a breakup.
well, that's the thing. I felt like this could be a really special guy in my life, and I'm really not ready for that. So I really need a year to heal and be available, and it's only been about 6 months or so. So
Okay, so you just want us to tell him You just wants to tell him that he's got to wait 6 months if he wants another date.
Kind of, probably.
I feel like that is so emotionally responsible of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you really are aware of where you're at in the healing process, and this guy is obviously not just a rebound guy.
Correct. And, I don't know if he feels that way about me or anything, and I'm just like, whoa, this is happening way too fast, and so, I don't know, it's a little embarrassing, but...
Oh, that's so sweet.
Well, I was saying we could tell him that, and I think you could probably just do it yourself, though, because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
You're not serious, are you?
I am 100% serious. Michael?
Brittany, how you doing? Sorry about that.
Awkward laugh.
That's not fair. I didn't know you were on the line.
I mean, I'm just like blown away right now. I really just thought that you didn't want to see me again. I can't believe.
I'm really sorry. I didn't really know how to process everything that was going on. And, obviously now you know everything I've been going through. So it's just, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she wants to see you again just in 6 months.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, and that makes sense. But at the same time, it's like, I'd really like to see you again. And if you had a good time and feel that same way about yeah, it's kind of crazy not to at least hang out,
Yeah, I just I don't think it would be fair to you either, because I'm not, completely 100% there yet. I'd still be thinking about my ex, and not, I don't want to bring any like crap from that relationship into this. So it's just I'm trying to be responsible and careful with, my emotions. And
For sure. I hear what you're saying. That's really good that you're like processing that. At the same time, though, it's like so rare that you meet somebody. I mean, I really feel like, you're like the most beautiful girl I've ever met. And, like after talking to you, and like your heart is like even more beautiful on the inside. I mean, I just.
Oh, you're so sweet. That was the best compliment ever.
I'm tearing up over
Yeah.
here.
Oh.
No, that's really beautiful, and I appreciate that, and I would love to say yes. I don't think it's a good idea right now, and like you said, it's not, every day you meet someone so special, so like I'll still, if we're still there for each other in 5-6 months or whatever, like cool.
Brittany, look, you've heard everybody swooning about how hearts and love and all that stuff are beautiful.
God, you're romantic.
If it is in fact that beautiful, don't you think you should just go for it?
I see your point. It's just I think that'll be too messy. I need more time to heal and be confident and figure out like who I am as a person. And
Yeah, that's
I was
good.
in this
Okay, well-
relationship for a long time.
Right.
One last question, and I've heard what you said. You said you're not interested until you feel like you've healed enough. But would you like to go out with Michael on a second date? We'll pay for it.
Brittany, before you answer, I know you've said no to me and them asking like a whole bunch, but just please think about it. I mean, I just want to say that if we had that much of a connection after 30 minutes of hanging out, it just seems crazy to me to risk throwing that away. Like, why don't you take a couple weeks and heal, and then maybe we can, like, get together.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to him, Brittany. I mean, there's no such thing as good timing. These things always happen when you least want them to.
No, I hear you guys, and I appreciate it. It's just, I promised myself a year. I think that's a good timeline to feel better. And so I just have to, regretfully decline.
Brittany!
Brittany, I think you're making a big mistake because, as somebody who's gone through a lot of breakups and always promised myself at the end of those that I would wait a certain amount of time, I've always jumped in like into another relationship at about the 6-month mark, and you might be missing out on a really awesome breakup.
Wait, yeah, exactly. I was going to say, Jubal's such a good example of healthy relationships
Yeah.
in this world.
I fully support you, Brittany. Stick it out. Stick to your guns.
Yeah, thanks for that. Michael, keep my phone number, and like in 6 months, we can see what happens. We can still see each other at the gym, maybe.
Oh, man, that's too bad. Well, I will definitely call you in few months.
Oh.
She said 6, not a few.
Stick to the rule.
Yeah.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Getting lots of texts in at 78592 that are kind of surprising. Everybody's saying the girl from today's second date update was just giving him a line.
What?
If you missed today's second date update, Michael wanted to call Brittany. They met at the gym. They hung out for a little while.
Yeah.
Then she left the date and hadn't talked to him. Well, we got her on the phone, and she said that he was amazing.
Yeah.
That she liked everything about him. That she felt a strong connection. But that she also just got out of a relationship and was giving herself a year to be single before she got back into a relationship. So she wasn't ready to date yet, and he could contact her in 6 months.
Yeah.
And maybe they could go out again.
I mean, she had been engaged, and she said it was a messy breakup, and that it had been 6 months since they'd broken up.
Yeah.
But she did start out the description of the date saying it started as a pity date.
Yeah, she did say that. So
Weird. I believed her. I just thought, hey, she's
I did
sticking to her
too.
guns, you know.
I thought so
but-
too, and I was like, good for her for not caving if that's what she thinks she really needs.
But
that
the
is-
listeners have a point.
It's an interesting wrinkle that I didn't
Yeah,
think of.
me neither.
I mean, maybe we were being naive.
I don't know what to think now.
Maybe we were being naive, or maybe our listening audience is very cynical.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also
And I appreciate that. Or just the world in general is like, oh, come on. That's a line. Nobody waits that long before they get into a relationship. If they meet somebody they really like, you'll throw caution to the wind and you'll get back into a relationship. She's full of crap. She didn't like you.
Either that or it's just a really good explanation on why there's so many dysfunctional relationships out there, right?
That's true. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Some people call to do a second date update to find the person they want to be tied down to for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
While others want to do a second date update just to get in touch with the person they want to tie down for an evening.
Whoa.
And that's the kind of second date update we have today. Todd is on the phone. Apparently he met a woman named Gina, and she's not calling him back. He doesn't want a long-term thing, but he does want to see if he can get one more date to try to get some action.
What? So no wonder she's not calling you back.
What's up, Todd?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Pretty good. So you really don't want a relationship with the girl that you want to call today, but you do want to try to hook up with her? Is that what I got from your email?
Yeah, I mean, sure, that'd be nice, but I'm more curious kind of what the hell happened after I hung out with her.
Okay.
Okay.
And before we get too far into this, she wasn't looking for a relationship either, right?
Well, we actually only hung out one night at a bar, so we didn't really get to that part of the conversation.
All right.
Okay.
Well, how did you meet her?
Well, we met at the bar where we were hanging out at.
Oh, okay.
so-
So that's it. That's
So you met her just one night. You didn't actually have like an official date.
No official date. I tried to do an official date, but she was not returning my calls.
okay.
Oh.
And did you approach her at the bar, or what happened there?
No, actually, she initiated it. She started talking to me. I was
Really?
just out with my friends, and she approached me while I was at the bar.
Dude,
Wow.
I appreciate
Nice.
that. I love when women take the first step. That's rad.
Oh, yeah, it's rare when it happens, but it's,
Yeah.
that's what attracted me to her.
Does this happen to you a lot? Are you a guy that girls hit on often?
No, never. That's
Oh.
why this is so amazing.
And how was it when she approached you? She would walk up and be like, "You want to buy me a drink, Stad?" Or something. I mean, that's what I would imagine happens. It's never really happened
No,
to me.
because
But
then you like give up the whole control thing if they're the one buying you a drink.
Well, I mean, she was actually really cool. She wasn't like some girl just trying to get drunk off of my money.
Yeah.
She said, "You look fun," which was the first thing she said to me.
Oh.
That's cool.
Oh.
Nice
all right.
line. Because
That's
that
a great
could mean
line.
anything.
Yeah.
That could mean fun in bed. That could mean fun at an amusement park. I don't know.
Dude, good line.
Yeah, actually, that line worked on me, but come to think of it, any line a girl would tell me at a bar would work for me, too.
Yeah. Hey, sir, could you move out of my way? Absolutely, I'll buy you a drink. No, that's not what I'm saying. Did you hang out with her all evening?
Pretty much, yeah. We were talking all evening. She thought I was really funny, which was nice and rare, so we...
Rare.
I was hanging out with her while my buddies just sort of kept drinking.
I get why you want to do a second date update now. This is a very rare evening for you. A woman hit on you for once, and then she also thought you were funny.
Whoa.
Yeah, actually, and she also said I was young and energetic. Well, that sounds positive. I like that.
I don't know.
It sounds like she was actually looking for you to spend some time in the bedroom. Like, you look like you're bendy. You look spry.
It's kind of a weird thing to say, though. Was she a lot older than you?
She's a little older, yes. I didn't get her age, but I could tell she was a little older than me.
Okay.
Like
So, like cougar older?
Could be, yeah. I mean, it was dark, and I was drinking, so
Yeah.
I could very well be that. I hope not too old, but
Okay.
so I could tell she was older.
She was older. She wasn't like 22 years old.
No, not at all. But, I'll tell you, I like women with experience. That's always
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, and plus, there's no, question about her intentions. If you're an older woman, you know what you want, and you go straight for it, man.
Clock's running out. You got to get it in while you can.
Yeah, that's kind of also what sort of drove me to, want to hang out with her again, really.
I can totally
Yeah,
see this.
so wait, how did the night end?
So she actually gave me her phone number and said, let's get together sometime soon so we can have a lot of fun.
Oh,
All right.
Man.
wow.
A lot of fun.
She is sassy.
Yeah.
Did you guys make out or anything?
We made out a little bit. I was, at that point, it was like closing time, so I was pretty gone. But
Okay.
Last call.
some
Okay.
stuff happened,
So,
yeah.
so a little bit of stuff happened there, and it sounds like she wants a lot of bit of stuff to happen later.
You would think that, but that's why I'm wondering what the hell happened. 'Cause she's not returning any of my messages.
And,
All right.
and what do you say to her in your messages?
I mean, the first message I left, I said, hey, this is Todd, and I'm ready to have some fun.
Is that right?
I like that. And you haven't heard anything back from the messages that you've left her?
I haven't heard anything back, not any, and I've left her a few, so I don't know what's up.
Okay.
Maybe she's just been busy. I feel like a woman like this has many young, spry gentlemen in waiting.
That's okay. I mean, just call me back and let me know.
All right. Cool. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then we'll call her and get your second date update, all right?
Cool, thanks, guys.
Yeah, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Todd is on the phone, and Todd is a victim of a cougar attack. That's right.
That's the weakest cougar I've ever heard.
Little tiny little cougar.
Oh, okay.
But he was at a bar when a woman approached him named Gina, and she said, "You look fun."
Oh, hey.
And then they hung out, had some drinks, made out a little bit. Then she gave him her phone number at the end of the night and said, "Call me for even more fun." But he's been trying to call and has heard nothing back. So he's curious why someone would be so aggressive with him at the bar and then not call him back. Todd, are you ready to go?
I am, yes, thank you.
Are you sure? That didn't give you like PTSD or anything, hearing that cougar again?
No, I don't know what the hell that was, but I hope it explains something what the hell's going on.
Wow. Now, you don't know this woman's exact age, but if you had to guess, what do you think the age gap between you two is?
I think realistically maybe 12
Okay.
years apart.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
Enough of a gap to be a
No.
cougar, though.
Or a small kitten. I'm still not sure what your definition. Yeah. That's like Todd's just little catnip at this point.
All right, Catnip, are you ready to make the phone call?
Yeah, please, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Gina.
She's not here at the moment. Can I take a message?
Yeah. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. Can you spell that, please?
Yeah, it's Jubal.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, who? Real quick, who is this that I'm speaking with?
This is Dennis.
Dennis. And how do you know Gina?
She's my wife.
Oh. Okay. Did you know she's going to be back later? Because I kind of want to talk to her about something.
And you need to speak with her about...
Well, it'd be better if I talked to her about it. I just want to steal a few minutes of her time, so. You might just be able to tell her I called. I can try back. Do you know when she'll be back?
I don't actually, but I could take a message for you.
Yeah, I think it's probably better if I call back.
If I may ask, what does a radio station want to talk to her about?
Well, we do a segment on our show.
No.
And it kind of reconnects old friends. So we had one of our friends email us to get a hold of her, so that's all.
So some old friend wants to connect with her?
Yeah, just like a buddy of hers.
I mean, I'm sure I would know who it is.
Yeah, maybe not on this one. I don't know. I think they go back a ways.
Well, I guess I could tell her that you called. What's the name of this person?
Todd.
Todd.
Yeah, Todd. He's been trying to get a hold of her.
Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. I think I might know what this is about.
Really?
Did she just meet this guy?
Yes, she did.
How do
She
you-
just met a dude
At a
named...
bar?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you know about this?
Oh, yes, I know all about it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, dude.
I am
All
so
right.
sorry. I am, like, my heart is in my throat right now.
I'm sorry,
Whatever you
man.
guys are going through.
We do a segment on our show where when people meet somebody out at a bar or something like that and they want to get a hold of them, they email us to see if we can figure out why they're not calling them back. That's why we were calling.
You know what? Just let them know that we haven't had a chance to call them yet.
What?
Yeah, no, just tell him that.
Wait, can you repeat yourself one more time?
Just let him know that she's been away. She's been, out the past week, and we haven't gotten the chance to, to contact him yet.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you sure you know what's going on here?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think is going on then?
Gina hit it off with him, I think, at a bar the other night.
What?
Okay,
And,
so you do know what's going on.
oh, yeah.
What?
So you're cool with her hitting on another dude out at the bar?
Yeah, that's kind of the plan.
The plan?
Plan?
Oh, it's
Well-
just dawning on me.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so
Wait.
so this
Yeah,
is
no,
okay. This is all okay with you.
Yes, it's very okay with me.
So you guys are in, like, an open relationship or something.
What is
you're
going
saying.
on right now? What?
Oh, Todd.
Well, Todd, I think that you are about to be a third wheel.
Hello?
You've got quite the invitation, sir.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Loud and
Dennis,
clear.
we can hear you. What you just heard was Todd, who is actually on the other line listening to this conversation.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh,
Todd is on
oh.
Todd is on the other line because Todd
Oh, my God.
was hoping to be able to talk to your wife Gina about the night that they met.
Hey, man, you know what? I didn't know she was married. She didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, well, that's all part of the game.
Part of the
Oh my
game.
God.
What?
I'm sorry. I thought I was talking to a girl at a bar that was really into me.
Yeah, she was. She came home, told me all about you, and I was like, yeah, let's meet him.
Oh, my
This is
God.
amazing.
Oh,
Todd,
wait.
are you freaking out right now?
Wow.
Yeah, this is insane. It's insane.
Like, insane in a good way, Todd? Or insane?
No!
Oh,
No,
okay,
not
I'm
in
just
a, in a
checking.
good way.
You know,
What are you talking about? This is no. I don't go out for threesomes. This is crazy.
Look, Todd, I totally get it. This is might sound weird and stuff, but if you wanted to give it a shot, she took a selfie, I think, with you, and I thought you were cute, and she thought you were cute, and we think you're cute. So
Oh, my God.
quite the compliment, Todd.
I'm embarrassed.
Stop laughing. It's not. I don't even think this is funny. I think you're setting me up.
I promise you this, we did not set you up at all.
I think it's really funny.
Todd, you need to relax. Okay, it's fun. It's an interesting thing, and spices things up. I mean, come on, you've never done this before in college or high school or at any point?
High school, my God.
I mean, is this your way to get me to come over so you can beat the shit out of me? Is that what this is?
Todd, it's the exact opposite, actually.
Oh. Well, Dennis, aren't you a smooth talker?
No, I'm serious, Todd. If you want to come over, we'd love to have you sometime.
Oh, my God. Hey, Todd, I mean, you were really attracted to his wife at one point.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
good.
at one point. I mean, but now I'm talking to a man. and that whole thing, anything I thought might happen is completely out the window.
Come on, Todd. I mean, my wife's beautiful, right?
Yes, she is.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
Know what I mean? Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, Todd, would you like to go out with Dennis and his wife Gina for a second date?
Oh my God!
We will pay for it.
I have one word to answer that. No.
No? Are you sure?
The only reason I'm disappointed is because I wanted it to be our first time too for you guys.
Guys, I can't even believe this happened.
Todd, come on. What's your weekend look like? What's your schedule like this weekend?
Dude, Dennis wants it to happen. Gina wants it to happen. Todd, come on, get on board.
Again, definitely not.
Are you sure, Todd? It's Saturday. It's going to be fondue night.
Fondue.
Wow.
Man. Save the extra cheese sauce for Todd.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
You guys are perverts. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. So many people texting in at 78592. Very interested in the dude from today's second date update. I'm not talking about the dude that was trying to call a woman back to figure out why she wasn't getting in touch with him. I'm talking about the dude that was her husband that was down with the whole situation. A text in at 78592 says, what bar did he meet her at? I want to go to that bar. Another one that said, hey, can you give Dennis me and my wife's phone number? And then they texted a phone number with it.
Hey,
If you didn't hear today's second date update, this dude Todd wanted to call a woman named Gina. She was a little bit of a cougar, and he was very excited about going out with her when he met her at the bar. But she wasn't calling him back, so we dialed the phone number, and a guy answered. His name was Dennis.
And my heart sunk. I thought we were giving him information that his wife was cheating on him.
Yeah, it sounded like at first he was being
Like, informed.
informed that his wife had met another guy at the bar, but he's like, oh yeah, I know about that.
Yeah.
Tell Todd we'll be in touch with him soon. We've been a little busy. And then once Todd came on the line, the guy was like, oh yeah, no, I saw your picture with my wife and we are very interested in hanging out with you.
Together.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. And Saturday night is fondue night.
Like, come
Can you
on.
be more cliche about the whole
I know.
situation?
Seriously, if you're going to be a swinger, fine.
Yeah.
But fondue,
Like,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
break the stereotype.
I mean, you got velvet sheets too. Is that what you're telling me?
but there are a lot of people texting in at 78592. One woman texted in, oh, me and my husband used to do that. It's a lot of fun.
Really?
So,
wow.
There's a lot of people really interested in meeting the couple from today's second date update. I'm sorry I can't connect you guys, but I'm sure you might know where you can find them.
I can't believe how many people think that Todd overreacted.
Yeah.
I know.
They're like,
I was
what,
like,
Todd,
I
get the stick out of your
Everybody's
bum.
like, Todd needs to loosen up and have fun.
kidding
Do it,
me?
Todd. Everybody was wishing he would do it. Todd did decline
Yeah.
the three-way. He wasn't interested.
Oh, man.
It could have
So-
been more than a three-way. I mean, if it's Saturday night fondue night, who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah,
who
how
knows
many
what was
people
going
were
on.
invited over.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person or persons who aren't calling you back.
Moving 92.5.
Everybody knows that every successful first date should start with a prank. You know?
What?
When you pick her up and you get to the restaurant, if there's some stairs, whoops, tripped ya.
What? No,
Oh.
God.
And then before you sit down at the table, of course, you got to pull the chair out from underneath her before she sits down.
Whoa, what? Hijinks.
Sure, you might break a couple bones, but at least she knows you've got a funny bone that is fully intact.
Uh-huh.
And that's what Travis did, I guess, on his first date. He tried to play a prank, and maybe it didn't work out well for him because he's not getting a call back. What's up, Travis? How are you?
Hey, guys.
Oh, my God. And you still think it's funny. Listen to you laugh.
I mean, hearing you introduce it that way, I was like, yeah, it is a good way to start a date.
So you agree with me?
No.
Let's send her to the hospital. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if she doesn't laugh at it, then she's not the one for you,
It's her
right?
fault.
Now, the prank that you described in your email wasn't quite as good as the pranks that I described, but
No, it wasn't like a full contact prank.
yeah,
Okay, that's good.
that's maybe where you went wrong.
maybe.
All right, so tell us about your prank before we get into the rest of the date.
So I picked her up, and I drove her to a Taco Bell drive-through.
Oh, that's actually kind of funny. Like, you made her think that that's where you guys were going to dinner?
Yes. I was like, oh, so we're here, pick whatever you want.
That's pretty funny. What's her name?
Heather.
And did she laugh?
It was a little chuckle, but, I don't think she thought it was as funny as I did.
I think you still think it's hilarious.
I can see that she didn't get it at first.
Yeah.
Well, wait, how did you guys meet?
Oh, on dating app.
Oh, yeah, so she probably didn't think it was a joke.
Yeah, she
I mean,
probably
that's
thought
the
so.
thing. The bar is set so low. She's like, another one?
Is that like a realistic thing that would happen?
I feel like from the stories we hear of people who use Tinder and stuff, yeah, it definitely could be a real thing.
Yeah, that she was pretty freaked out. So
Yeah.
All right.
I guess it makes sense.
So you did actually take her on a real date, though?
Yes.
All right. What'd you guys do?
Oh, we just went out for drinks and had a nice dinner. It was Italian stuff, and I don't know. It was really great. She's gorgeous, honestly. Like from her picture, I was super excited. So I got reservations at a nice place, and we had a good time. And I paid for everything. And I like to tip big whenever I'm on a date. And
What, to show off? To show that you, like, have enough money? Or just because...
yeah.
Oh, you're that guy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Can you break $100
Yeah,
bill?
and
Yeah.
you, like,
Just to let her know.
hold it over towards her so that she can see how much you're writing down?
Again, I sort of made it out to be like a joke, but I actually, wanted to show her.
Where you made it out like a joke, so did you actually joke with her about the tip? Like,
Yeah, it's like, gotta take care of my people. They take care of me, just,
How much did you tip?
it was generous.
Well,
I think it was around like 60%.
whoa. So more
So
than
I guess
half
you
of the
came
bill.
through with the joke. Dang.
Well, I mean, I started off going the other way, so I had to kind of
Right.
I'll make up for
let
it.
her know.
That's probably only good if your waiter's a dude, though, because if it's she might think you're hitting on her, being like, I'm going to give her such a big tip. She's always going to remember me.
Yeah, there's a gray area.
Okay, well, was your waiter a dude?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
good.
All right.
So wait, were you the guy on the date? I mean, it sounds like you're kind of a jokester, right?
I like to think. I like to have fun.
Is it natural or is it pretty put on? Because maybe she got tired of it. I mean, maybe that's a reason why she wasn't calling you back.
Maybe. There's no, turning. There's no off switch.
There's no off switch with you. All right. Always on. Okay.
You could have been, yeah.
How did the date end?
I mean, it wasn't the, entire outcome that I expected. I was kind of hoping, for a kiss or something, or invite me in, or I didn't get any of that.
Okay.
Is there
Okay.
plans? I mean, did you make plans to see each other again?
I mean, I tried, I even called her as soon as she shut the door, but I couldn't really get.
You called her as soon as she shut the door. Were you attempting to be funny with that?
I just, afterthought kind of thing. Kind of played it off that way, but I didn't really get a chance
So wait,
to talk to her about it.
she didn't answer?
No.
Ooh.
Has she answered anything?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe she's playing a prank on you.
Yeah, prank. I
You
don't
know?
ever want to see you again.
Calling.
I mean, if that's what she's doing, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of
Except if
doubt
she
it.
never calls you back.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be good, but I mean, if she's really kind of that way, I respect it. I like her even more.
All right. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and get your second date, all right?
Okay.
All right, man. Hang on. We've got a listener named Travis on the phone for a second date right now, and he described his date as beautiful. That's the girl he wants to call today. Her name's Heather, but I was more interested in how Travis described himself. He said he's a dude without an off switch. He's just always on. And he even played a practical joke on his date when he picked her up. He took her by Taco Bell through the drive-thru and then was like, this is dinner. And then he was like, no, it's not. And then they went to a regular dinner, and he said they had a good time. He didn't get a kiss at the end of the night, and she hasn't answered any of his calls. But really, Travis, why are you so on all the time? Like, why don't you just ease off the gas a little bit once in a while?
I mean, that's just who I am, and women really respond to it.
Yeah, it
really?
Sounds
Well, or
like
they
it.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they don't call you back. But yeah, I mean, that means I'm guessing that you've pulled this Taco Bell prank before with other women?
I mean, sometimes it's Wendy's.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You can never telegraph your jokes like that. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, does that mean you're doing it every time you take someone out on a date?
It depends. If it's like a dating app date, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The other ones that you meet in person, you got a different prank for them.
Depends on the situation, but yeah, usually.
Sometimes
Okay.
he's not driving, so he can't do it.
Yeah.
I think it's what it really sounds like.
I'm just a master of surprise. It's who I am.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's surprise Heather right now and call her and see if we can get you a second date, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, is this Heather?
this is her.
Hey, Heather, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm well. Who are you again?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay. And what are you calling about?
Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually sent us an email wanting to get a hold of you.
Can you hold on for a second? I'm on the toilet.
Sure.
That is maybe the most honest response
Yeah.
you've ever gotten to that information.
Okay, then.
Sorry for the bad timing.
Hello? Done yet?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, I'm good. So what's going on?
Well, I just want to make sure everything's cool over there.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. One of our listeners sent us an email because you went on a date with them and now you won't call them back. So they thought maybe we could help figure out why.
Oh.
It's called the second date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us to get you on the phone and see if we can figure out what happened. Since you won't talk to them.
Is his name Travis?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is Travis.
Yeah.
Travis just doesn't quit, does he?
Kind of a kooky guy who's always on. That's how he described himself, at least.
I mean, I didn't see it as that, but maybe he would describe himself that way.
How would you see him then?
Oh my goodness. He was just sort of obnoxious and pretentious and a little bit controlling. I don't know. He's
Pretentious
pretty
and
terrible.
pretentious and controlling. I
And
didn't get that from
terrible.
him.
Well, you weren't the one on the date with him like I was.
Yeah, not yet.
True.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I don't know. He sounded nice to me. We talked to him about your date, and he thought you guys had fun.
Oh my gosh, is he delusional?
I mean, apparently he is, because honestly, when we asked him, well, why wouldn't she be calling you back? He was totally clueless.
Well, did he tell you about his precious car, his Tesla that he just got?
Oh,
No.
no. He's a Tesla guy.
He didn't tell you about it? That's all he talked about the whole night.
Really?
Cool.
So is he just obsessed with his Tesla?
Yes, he wouldn't stop talking about it, showing me all the features and how cool it is. And I'm like, okay, I get it. You got a new car. You're excited about it. I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt at first because,
Right.
if I get a new car, I'd probably be happy about it too.
Yeah, and those are cool cars. Not a lot of people get to go in them.
Right. So it was nice to get to ride in one, I guess.
Yeah.
But then we get to the restaurant, and he's still just concerned about his car. I was picking out things I wanted to order because he was asking me, well, what are you going to get? What do you think about getting? And at first I wanted the margarita pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, you'll get stuff all over your hands, and it could get in my car. Why don't you get something where you use a fork?
Don't
Really?
get finger food. You may ruin the Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to get food from the restaurant into your car. It's not like we're eating in your car, but
That would make me want to order the margarita pizza then. I'd be like, oh, really?
Right?
Well, I'm going to order it.
yeah, I almost did. Because then every suggestion I made after that, he kept vetoing it. He didn't want me to get the lobster linguine because he was like, "Oh, that's really greasy."
Oh.
This is where you're going to grease up the seats in his Tesla because you get some sort of greasy food?
Well, not just that, but he thought that the smell of the lobster would somehow get into the leather seats of his car, and that his car would smell like lobster.
Does he think you're going to take a bath in lobster instead of just eating?
I don't know. I guess.
Oh, my God. And why is this guy even dating? It sounds like he's in love with his car and no one will ever match it.
Right? He didn't even want garlic bread. He sent the garlic bread back because it was too buttery.
Oh,
man. So basically, this dude should not be doing anything because it could possibly maybe ruin his Tesla.
Yeah, it was really weird and really controlling too. I'm like, you can't just tell me what I can eat and what I can't eat. I was really put off, and I was like, I just want the date to be over at this point.
Would the date have gone better if he let you order whatever you want and then called you an Uber so you didn't stink up his seats?
Oh, that would have been terrible too.
Look at you finding a solution to make everybody happy, Jubal.
All right, date's done. I'll meet you somewhere else. Just you got to get in an Uber. Can't drive in my car anymore because you ordered the lobster.
All right, garlic breath.
It was literally the worst date ever.
Oh,
Wow.
Ever?
man,
What?
geez.
Wow.
Ever.
How is that possible?
Who's that?
Well, Heather, that's Travis. He's actually on the other line listening and apparently couldn't wait to talk to you.
Oh my God, he heard the whole thing.
Yeah, I heard everything.
Well, I guess now you know why I haven't called you back.
Yeah.
Heather, I'll have you know that the Tesla, it's the most technologically advanced car that's even being made. Like,
Oh my God.
People wait for years to get their Tesla.
That's
Like they
true.
Yeah, that is
pre-order
true.
them.
Yeah, but
Like,
why?
this is
Yeah, I get that, but why do you have to control what I eat because you're that concerned?
I mean, it's not just that I was controlling what you eat. I was controlling what I eat too. And like any of the food,
That doesn't make it better.
greasy things, chocolate, no coffee, nothing that can make some kind of stain does not get to go in my Tesla.
So just
Oh my
At
God,
all, so-
Travis.
So you don't bring the food into the car, but you could eat it in a restaurant.
You got to really wash up good, you know.
Travis,
Do
are
you?
you listening to what she's saying? I mean, at first you went from like the guy who can't stop bragging about his car, and then you went to the guy who's like weirdly controlling about his vehicle.
Honestly, you sound like someone that doesn't own a $120,000 car.
You're very right.
When you have a Toyota Corolla, you're not complaining about people eating it. But, you know, when you have a beautiful Tesla like I do, it's a different story.
I mean,
You're crazy. You made me wash my hands twice to make sure that I was clean enough to enter your car.
I mean, listen, I picked you up. I paid for everything. I tipped pretty generously. And I think, you know, using a couple wet naps before and after dinner, like, that's not a big ask.
So wait, you're saying that she owes you the hand washing because you paid for everything?
Did I mention my car cost $120,000?
What? No, I don't think you said that, Travis.
That's like a beach cottage.
yeah.
I guess.
You're
Well,
driving
yeah, I guess that
Hey.
would be like a beach cottage somewhere or a mansion in Detroit. I don't know. That's a lot of money, though.
Oh,
I
my
agree,
God.
but
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
but I don't think you're gonna have a lot of people that want to ride in your car if they can't do anything.
I mean, it's simple. You just, you know, you clean up. You don't make sure nothing smells. Make sure you didn't eat anything that smells.
Travis.
You know, you wash your hands. I mean, it's a very expensive car.
Yeah, we got that, dude. Not only are you not going to want to have people ride it, you're not going to have anyone that wants to date you because that's all you talk about is how much money you paid for a damn car.
It's not a matter of money. It's a matter of respect.
Oh.
And if you respected me or this beautiful machine, you wouldn't bring your filthy hands in there. That's all.
Filthy hands? Travis, you made me eat a salad, like with a fork, light dressing. There's no way I was getting anything filthy into your car. You're just being super paranoid and crazy.
Well, vinaigrette is pretty tough to get out. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Oh my God.
Well,
Don't drop it.
Even the
There's
dressing.
not one apology from Travis.
Heather, would you like to go out with Travis again on a second date?
No.
No.
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
that
Are you
was
sure?
quick. Come
Because we'll pay for it.
I'm positive.
Uber
No, please, don't waste your money.
Sorry, Travis. No second date.
Yeah.
Listen, Heather, this is your loss. I liked you. I had them call you. I called the radio and had them get in touch with you because I really wanted to hear from you again. And you know what? You blew it because you could have had a chance to ride my car anytime you want.
Whoa.
The ship has sailed.
Oh.
You know what? I think I'm going to be just fine not having to ride your Tesla again. I think that's all cleared up. And thank you guys for actually having me on the radio so that he knows now why I'm not going to call him back and he could stop trying.
Okay, well, stay strong. Don't have any regrets.
Hey, maybe I'll see you at the bus stop, loser.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We've been doing these second date updates for quite a while now, and we've had people meet in all types of places. But I don't think we've ever had a couple meet at circus class before.
Oh, that is
That's
awesome.
where the girl who met the guy that she wants to call in today's second date update apparently met him at circus class. I picture just her waiting outside of a tiny little car with like 15 guys getting out of it, and he was like the fifth, and then they made eye contact, and she knew that he was the one that had her heart. Her name is Kayla. Kayla, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Good. First of all, where do you sign up for circus class? I'm very interested, actually.
There are circus schools everywhere. It's like everyone's all about like fun fitness. So, you know, it's like fun fitness.
So you're doing this for fun. It's not your profession.
No. It's definitely like I can't bring myself to like run or go to the gym. So this is my alternative.
So you do circus class. Good. I'm glad you're not trying to start an office romance at the circus and date one of the other circus employees. That would be very bad. Drama in the circus is not good.
Right.
All right. What's this guy's name?
Tim.
And how'd you meet Tim?
Well, I met him really briefly in class. It's a really busy class, so it's hard to like socialize. But we were in the same group together, and I didn't exactly see what happened, but I turned and heard like everyone had gasped, and then he was on the floor. So I guess he fell off the trapeze.
Oh,
that's a big deal. I mean, what about the net? You guys have a net, right, under the trapeze?
It wasn't a super high trapeze. We had a mat under him.
So was he hurt badly?
He hit his head on the ground. He probably rumbled his brain a little bit, but he's fine. The instructor had a bunch of other students on his hands, so I just grabbed ice for him and kind of took care of him for a little while.
You saw that as you're in, didn't you? Like you were like, this is it. This is when I'm going to make my move.
I've been in class for a while, and actually that happened to me a couple weeks ago, so I got it.
All right. Was he doing okay while you took care of him, or was he kind of messed up?
Yeah, no, he was fine. He actually kept telling me to, like, leave. I think that he was, a little embarrassed maybe from falling, but I just kept an eye on him and gave him some ice and all that stuff, and we were getting along pretty well. And then he asked me if I wanted to get drinks after class.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
And did you say yes to that?
Yes, he's very cute. And honestly, I didn't feel very comfortable leaving him alone for hours after class, so keeping an eye on him that way.
That's a good way. That's a good way to get a date. Just be like, hey, I have a head injury. If you leave me, I could die. Do you want to go to a bar and hang out? Because if you don't, and then I pass away, it's on your hands. Is that kind of, that's kind of how you felt about that. That's a good way to get a date.
Not exactly, but there was a layer of concern for sure.
Yeah, because there's nothing better to follow up a concussion than alcohol. How did drinks go?
It was great. We had really good conversation. We seemed to have a lot of the same interests beyond circus. There was a moment he went to the restroom and he was gone for a really long time. It was probably like 10 minutes.
Okay.
That's a long time to be in the bathroom.
Right.
No, not for a dude.
Just because of what had happened in class, I got nervous, so I asked a guy to go in and check on him, and he was totally fine.
And did he mention that the guy went to check on him?
Yeah, the guy I sent in there came out before Tim, and he told me that he was just taking like a really long,
Oh, so he was doing that. That's weird to do when you hang out with somebody right away. Sometimes when you have to do it, you have no choice. But when you're in that situation as a guy, I know you definitely try to make it as quick as possible. Not pull out your phone and start playing a video game, and 20 minutes later you come back to the table.
It was 10. And if he hadn't have just fallen on his head, then I definitely wouldn't have even thought twice.
Right.
I was just concerned.
What did he say when he came out of the bathroom and he knew that you had sent in someone to check on him?
We didn't talk about it. It was an unspoken embarrassment.
Especially because of what he was doing in there. And now you both know that he was taking it too.
But wouldn't everybody know you were taking it too if you spent 10 minutes inside of a public restroom? Like, what else?
Well,
what other options are there to do for 10 minutes?
He could be concussed. I don't know if he nodded off or something.
Yeah, under other circumstances, you'd know what he was doing. But if he hit his head and he wandered in there, then you're not sure. I get what you're saying.
I would leave him be.
Yeah.
Right. I just don't get why he'd be embarrassed when it would be obvious what he was doing.
Because
That's
you don't
all
want to
I'm
be
saying.
taking a dump on your first date.
Well, then don't go to the bathroom for 10 minutes. Make it quick.
I don't think he was expecting to go on a date after class.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like you guys had planned this date and he had a chance to clear everything out before heading out on the town with you. So why do you think he's not calling you back then?
Well, it's not even that he's not calling me back. We agreed that we would go out again after class, and he just hasn't been in class for the last week.
And how many classes have you guys had? Like 1, 2?
I was supposed to have seen him twice already, and he hasn't been in either class. And I've called him, and he hasn't called me back, but I just haven't seen him at all.
Wow.
And I don't know if he's just not into circus anymore, or if maybe his concussion took a bigger toll and he's taking some time off.
Let's find out. We're going to play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, awesome.
Okay, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update. If you're just joining us, Kayla is on the phone, and today she wants to call a guy named Tim. They met at circus class. Apparently, she's not actually trying to be in the circus, but she goes there for workouts. I guess it's a good workout to do these circus classes. But she met the guy when he accidentally fell off the trapeze and hit his head, and she was the one to help nurse him back to health. And then they actually went out for drinks right after that and enjoyed some good conversation and everything else. She said there was an awkward moment when he went to the bathroom for about 10 minutes. And she sent somebody to go in and check on him because he was gone for so long. She was concerned maybe he had a concussion or something, but he was just in there doing his business for a really long time. And it was awkward because now he knows that she knows exactly what he was doing. But she hasn't been able to get a hold of him. She's called him, and he hasn't shown up to circus class, so she thinks he might be ditching her. Kayla, are you ready for your second date update?
I am ready.
I do want to let you know for this one because it's a special case because he did hit his head. I actually called ahead and figured out what the reason is.
What?
Yeah. And
That
I'm
kinda
sorry to
ruins-
inform you. He has passed on.
No.
He is no longer with us because of hitting his head when he fell off the trapeze. His parents actually blame you, and they told me to expect a lawsuit and to have that on your conscience the rest of your life, okay? So thank you very much for the second date update. You have a good one, you murderer. All right. Ready to call him?
Well, I guess now I am.
Yeah, now any news is good news, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to dial this phone number right now.
Hello.
Hey, can I speak to Tim, please?
Yes, this is Tim.
Tim, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Good. Who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio program. I'm calling you today because one of our listeners emailed us about you.
Okay.
Her name is Kayla. Kayla recently met you at a circus trapeze class kind of workout thing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, Kayla emailed us because she said she really enjoyed meeting you, but also that she hasn't seen you at the circus class since you guys went out for drinks. So she asked if we could get you on the phone and find out why.
Oh, I'm sorry. She wants, what does she want?
She wants to know why you're not calling her back and also why you haven't shown up to the circus class. She feels like you're ditching her.
No, I'm not ditching her.
You aren't?
Really?
No, not at all. I
Okay.
mean, she's a cool girl, but I just haven't been going to class lately.
Is it because you hit your head?
How do you know about that?
I know because Kayla told us about it. She told us all about how she met you at the circus class and how you guys had drinks after. And I guess she's confused why you aren't showing up to class anymore and won't call her back because she really would like to see you again.
Wow, it's a little crazy. It's not like I blew her off.
But you understand how it would feel that way, especially since you guys made plans to go get drinks next time you had class together.
Well, it was more or less her idea. I don't necessarily remember if I committed to that, though.
Okay. So you didn't commit to seeing her again. Why haven't you shown up to class? Is it because she's there?
Well, it was, I have a very vague recollection of the whole night. It was very traumatic.
Really? Was it? Were you really injured very badly from falling off the trapeze?
Well, I mean, it was like a 10, 15-foot fall.
Dang.
And there were a lot of people concerned,
Okay.
All right. Why don't you want to hang out with her again?
I don't know. She's a great girl. It's just that, there were some other things that kind of happened that night, that I didn't want to be misleading.
You don't want to be misleading? About what?
Just things happen, it's just kind of my business, my personal stuff.
Right. I don't want to get, too into your business. Is it something bad that you don't want to talk about?
It's not bad. This is just alarming. I'm just surprised that she would go through all of this to get a hold of me.
Right. So it's a lot of work. So is there anything that you could tell us? Anything? I'd appreciate it.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you guys. It's just that a lot of people came up to me that night, and there was another girl in the class who I had exchanged numbers with, and she expressed an interest in me. And while I was on the date with Kayla, I was getting text messages from this other girl.
Okay,
Oh,
so
really?
so you're dating another girl from that circus class?
Well, I don't know if I would call it dating, and it's not just her. There was a couple other people in the class that I'm seeing right now.
Who knew you could slay so badly in a circus class?
Wow.
You're dating a bunch of people from the circus class?
I'm going on a lot of dates with people that were concerned about me that night.
Oh my God.
So you're using... Hey, dude, you know what? I like your style.
guy's the
Use
ringmaster.
the head injury to score dates.
Well, it wasn't, I didn't do it on purpose or anything. It just kind of
But you
Hey,
totally
yeah, for sure. I
played
mean,
it up once
why
you
not?
started getting hot chicks trying to take care of you.
Why not use the sympathy card? I get it.
Oh my gosh.
So you guys can understand now, it'd be weird for me to go back to circus class with all these women around that I'm seeing.
Yeah, for sure. No, I totally get it. If you're dating everybody that's in the circus class that was concerned about you after you hit your head, I can understand you not wanting to go back there and get caught up in some sort of angry circus battle.
Don't block yourself.
Right, for your affection.
And I would totally call Kayla back. I just have to let everything run its course.
All right, cool. Well, you know what? You don't even need to wait to call her back because she's actually on the other line listening.
What? You're kidding me, right?
Tim, I was actually worried about you. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if it was more severe than it was that night. You weren't calling me back at all. I was worried.
Kayla, I appreciate your concern. You're very wonderful.
You really don't need to say those things.
Kayla, you're a really nice girl. I mean, you've obviously gone through all this trouble. I was just kind of, weighing my options.
I can't believe that you just wouldn't even call me back and let me know what was going on. I was actually concerned about you, and you let me believe that we had this great night, and I was expecting to hear back from you. You could have at least told me you weren't interested.
No, I am interested. It's just that,
No, you're not interested.
I am. It's just
No,
that
you're
right
not.
now.
It really doesn't matter anymore because I'm not interested in you.
Oh.
Tim, can I ask, are you being honest with all these women that you're dating that you're not looking for a relationship?
I mean, it's not about being honest or anything. I'm just dating. It's just if they call me, I hang out, we go out with them. Not really.
I called you and you didn't call me back.
Well, I was going to call you back. Is the Friday? Are you available Friday, Kayla?
No, I'm not.
Slick.
How about Saturday?
No, I'm not available to go out with you ever.
Kayla, are you positive?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Because I have to ask him no matter what. Tim, would you like to go out on a second date with Kayla? She's not available this Friday or Saturday, like you said. But I will pay for another date for you guys to go out of your choosing.
Absolutely.
There you go, Kayla.
He sounds like he's a really wanted guy. I mean, there's got to be something cool about him, right?
Do you hear that, Kayla? I mean, do you really want to go out with someone that no one wants?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Kayla. He's in demand, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really not interested in any particular kind of douchebag.
Any particular? Okay, so
Sorry.
just no douchebags work for you at all?
No
All right.
douchebags work for me.
That's a
Okay,
pretty
sorry,
good
Tim.
line.
You could have got a date if you weren't a douchebag.
Okay, I take offense to that just because, I hit my head and girls came to my aid. I'm in high demand right now. I'm just capitalizing on this.
I like how the hitting your head was the best thing to ever happen to you, Tim.
It was, actually.
No, saying that makes you a douchebag.
All right, well, Tim, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry, Kayla.
It's all right, I don't care.
Kayla, thank you very much for agreeing to do the second date update and your email and everything.
course.
All right. And the next time somebody gets a head injury in your class, do not help them.
Just ignore them.
Yep. You've learned your lesson.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, suddenly people all over will start throwing themselves from a trapeze this weekend. That's right. If you missed today's second date update, it was a weird place to meet, but this girl, Kayla, met a guy named Tim at this circus class that she goes to, kind of uses a workout thing. He fell from the trapeze, hit his head. She felt bad for him. They went out. He wasn't calling her back. And the reason that he wasn't calling her back, he's suddenly dating, sounds like everybody in the circus class, because once he hit his head, all the girls in there were like, oh my God, are you okay? Here's my number. Call me if you need anything. And now he's been dating a bunch of girls.
Well,
just basically girls that have taken pity on him from hitting his head in the trapeze class. Who knew that would work?
It's kind of genius because I've actually been to a trapeze class before, and the male to female ratio is really on your guys' side.
Yeah, I bet it is.
All the girls are like, oh, is he okay?
Suddenly, every dude that's listening is like Googling circus classes so that they can get on a trapeze and then hit their head, get a concussion. But hey, you get a concussion, but you still get a lot of dates. She, of course, didn't want to go out with him again because now he's dating everybody on the planet because he hit his head.
She'd do the same thing if the tables were turned.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest.
Remember, if you want a second date update, just email the show. We will call the person that didn't call you back.
Move it.
We have a guy on the phone right now for a second date named Trent. And Trent got a text from the girl he went out with that would put fear into the hearts of single men everywhere.
Oh, no.
She texted him and admitted, Trent, I'm late.
Oh, no!
So,
Wait, that's what you guys go to?
Don't answer.
Trent,
Block.
I
Do not
mean,
reply.
congratulations on the new addition.
What?
But, wow, what a way to start a relationship. I mean, I know.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, my God. Now he's united. He's the father?
Yeah, I mean, you knocked her up night one? Like, what happened?
No, I don't know what your producer told you, but that's not the case at all.
Oh, my God. It does sound like you're having a panic attack.
It says that you got a text from her that said, I'm late.
Yeah, I got a text that she was late because I was at the restaurant and she hadn't shown up yet.
Oh, that kind of late.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Jeffrey.
You needed to be more clear in your email,
Did
I
he?
think.
I mean,
I mean, that's where my head goes.
how late is late?
So she was about 45 minutes late, but I was starving. I kind of ran around all day. So my move was to order a dinner and shovel it in quick before she got there. And
That's a move. That is definitely a move. No, wait, before we get too far, wait. Before we get too far, what's her name?
Danny.
Danny, and how'd you meet her? Is she an online date?
Yeah, I met her on Tinder.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Go back to your shoveling food in your face.
So she was going to run about 45 minutes late. I got there about 15 minutes before we were supposed to meet, so I thought for sure I can get 2 meals in because I was starving. I didn't eat. So I ordered a chicken parm. I didn't get any pasta. I just ordered the chicken parm.
What?
And I'm in the middle of shoveling it in, and I'm like, I'm almost done. And she walked in.
Oh my God, why did you even risk it? Go with an appetizer like a normal person. That's what they're for.
The appetizers never fill you up. Oh, God, I was starving.
You could have just rescheduled for another day if she's going to show up an hour after you. Like,
It was like 45 minutes, but it was fine.
Wait, what did she say when she sees an almost finished chicken parm on your plate?
She was a little bit taken back. She was like, well, what are you doing? And I'm like, "Oh, I knew you were going to be late, so I just wanted to get a little snack in me before you got here."
It's a whole dinner plate.
And she's like, "That's like a dinner." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm okay. I can eat again. I'm starving. I didn't eat all day." So she kind of blew it off, and I kind of was like, gave the waiter back the plate, and then we kind of started and got a glass of wine. And
Let's try again.
So how did second dinner go?
Good. I had a risotto with some scallops.
Oh my God, you really honestly ate another meal?
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of risotto, but I did enjoy the scallops.
That is, I will say, I'll give you props. That is dedication to the date, because I'm not even a woman who like worries about like ordering a salad or whatever. But it is weird to sit down and eat with someone who's not going to eat.
Also, are you rich? Because 2 dinners, that's expensive, dog.
Yeah, she had to pick up the tab.
No. I picked up the tab.
All right. So tell us about Danny.
Yeah.
What's she like?
So she's awesome. You know, it was a little bit awkward at first. But
Yeah.
She had this great hair. It like bounced.
Just one of the hairs was great?
No. The whole head of hair was good.
That's nice.
I think that's awesome.
When she moved, like it looked like it was like in slow motion or something. It was pretty cool.
I've always been jealous of those people for sure.
Yeah, it was like bouncy. Like you heard music when she was moving her hair. I was like, wow.
It's like a commercial.
And that's a really nice compliment too. Like a woman would appreciate a compliment like that. Did you tell her?
Yeah, no, I told her. Like, her hair has a really great, cool bounce to it. I told her straight up.
Yeah. You got like a basketball head. It's really bouncy.
Well, I mean, so far it sounds like the date's going great.
Yeah. So we had dinner, and I was like, do you want to go? We were going to go to, like, another bar and just have a drink. And she was like, well, I kind of have to meet some friends. And I was like, kind of stinks, so I just leaned over and kissed her.
Ooh.
And then after I kissed her, she was like, well, maybe we can have a drink.
Oh. Dang.
That means you're a good kisser, bro.
Ooh, that means that there is chemistry between you two.
My lips don't lie, I got some good lips.
My lips don't lie.
Probably still some had risotto on there. She was like, yeah.
I had scallop and risotto breakfast. She didn't mind.
Good for you, Trent.
What'd you guys do?
We decided to just, we were going to go back to my place and just have a drink.
Oh.
And then she was like, oh, I kind of feel bad. I blew off my friends, whatever. And I was like, all right. It was our first date, so I didn't want to push too much. And I was pretty happy that we kissed and I got her back to my place. So I was like, this is going to work, eventually or soon.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm going to go meet up with my friend. And then I was like, well, let's get together again. She's like, absolutely. And now I'm out in Never Neverland. I haven't heard from her.
What?
That is crazy.
It sounds great.
I don't know. I was thinking maybe because the 2 dinners, but I thought we got past that. And then I brought her back to my place, so maybe it was messy.
You have to be really dirty to turn a woman off.
I get
Like,
girls at my
like
place.
moldy dishes dirty.
No. I got a dishwasher. No.
Okay.
All right. So how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date?
3 or 4.
Dude, that's a bummer, too. Like, I want you to have another date.
Yeah, me too. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a song. We'll come back. Maybe you can squeeze a meal in before we come back.
I will.
And
I have
then
some hard-boiled eggs on me. I'm gonna...
Perfect. All right. Stuff them all in there, and then we'll call Danny for you and try and get a second date, okay?
Perfect.
All right, hold on. Just tuning in for today's second date, we've got Trent on the phone. And Trent's pretty much the manliest dude we've ever had on this show.
Really?
He can pack away 2 dinners in a single sitting. He appreciates a good bouncy set of hair. And he can make a woman ditch her friends with one steamy hot kiss.
That's true.
When you put it that way, Jeffrey, you bring up very good points.
Right? I can practically smell the testosterone coming through the phone, Trent.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Smells like a T-bone steak deep fried in motor oil.
That sounds lip-smacking great.
Oh, my God.
There it is.
There's too much chest hair in this room for me to handle right now. Hey, Trent, what do you think it is? Why do you think she's not calling you?
It can't be the double dinner because she came back to my place, so she got through that. But, I mean, I guess my place must have had to have been dirty or something. I think that may be why.
I think you're right. I mean, it wasn't the kiss.
Yeah, but there wasn't another kiss after that. Not a good sign.
It's very confusing.
Okay,
so
let's find out.
Yeah, let's figure out what the real answer is. We're going to dial the phone number for you right now, okay?
Great.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Danny, please?
This is she?
Hi, Danny. My name's Young Jeffrey. I work on the radio.
Brag more.
Well, I'm just trying to give her some context. It's a radio show.
Hi, Danny.
I'm sorry, what? Who is this?
Sorry.
Well, we do a radio show, Danny, and we have a listener who knows you.
I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, I'll explain. We're doing something on the show called a second date. Basically, if you go out on a date with someone and that person isn't calling you back, we'll give them a call and try and figure out a reason why.
Weird, but whatever.
It could be a really good thing, Danny.
Because we're calling on behalf of one of our listeners named Trent.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
That's not good.
Wait, so this is the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just catching on now.
And Trent contacted us, and now we're contacting you to figure out why you're not calling him back.
Did you like him?
You know what? I feel like really weird right now. Do I have to do this?
Yes.
No.
Legally, you're obligated, or we will sue you.
He's right. You answered. You gotta say it.
You don't have to do it, but you've got to look at it from Trent's perspective. Like in his mind, you guys went on an awesome date. You shared a fantastic kiss, and then he thought for sure you'd be hanging out, and all of a sudden you're ghosting him.
Is there a reason that you're doing that?
Yeah, I just don't want to embarrass him.
Oh, he's fine with that.
You know, why would he be embarrassed?
Well, because I don't know if he knows what I saw.
What you saw?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I liked him. I don't know if you know what we did,
I don't know if we know what he knows that he told us that we don't know.
Okay.
But I know that we want to know.
Yes.
I mean, I think, Danny, what you need to understand is Trent listens to our show, and he knows that sometimes there's embarrassing information that's revealed during our second dates.
Right.
So he's prepared to hear whatever.
I mean, I liked him, like I said, and I mean, we kissed, but I saw something at his place that I don't want to talk about. It was really scary to me.
Scary?
Yeah, it really freaked me out. And
You have a ghost?
A ghost?
Well, usually if I go back to somebody's place, I excuse myself to the restroom first so I can scout it out. It's sort of like what I like to do. And not that I'm a snooper, but it's just important for me to get the lay of the land and get to know okay, what's this person about?
What kind of medications are they on? What diseases do they have?
Yeah, for sure.
So you snooped and you must have found something.
What'd you find?
I walked by his bedroom, and he had 3 tripods set up around his bed.
Like cameras?
Yeah, tripods for cameras. Okay, it was some really, really, really freaky.
Yeah, set it up around his bed?
Yo, one is a lot.
So I was just like, you know what? Let me get the F out of there. Because I don't know if it's he's involved in the adult film industry or whatever, but...
And what, that would be a turnoff to you?
Yes,
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
My girlfriends were run.
Yeah, I agree. I would tell you to get the hell out, too. 3 tripods?
Even weirder, what if it isn't kinky? What else could he be doing in his bedroom?
Exactly. I'm why do you have 3 tripods? So it just, I was I'm not into freaky, weird like that, and I'm out of there. So I was really polite, and I got out of there.
I don't blame you at all.
Well,
dude, come on.
Don't you think there could be an explanation?
I don't even need to know it. It just freaks me out, and I'm nope, that's it. That's the end of that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Danny, maybe you don't want to know, but I know everybody in this room wants to.
Man.
I'm just going to tell you that he is on the other line listening, and...
Hey, what's up, Danny? It's Trent.
Oh, my God. You have been listening? What? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Trent, this doesn't help your case at all, I will say.
Start explaining, Trent.
Well, it does sound really odd the way she put it, but I didn't say anything to her, but...
Do you really have 3 tripods set up around your bed?
Let me explain.
That's a yes!
Yes, I do, but can I explain, please?
Sure.
Okay.
No, I think that's really weird. And it's so weird you did... Why am I on the radio right now?
Danny, I think we need to hear him out.
Yeah, I don't want to talk over everybody, so...
You mean the porn star director? Yeah, no thanks.
Hold on. Go ahead. It's your turn, bro. Trent.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, if she asked me or looked specifically at the things, one camera's pointed at the alarm clock. One camera's pointing at the light. One camera's pointing at about the area where my head is, where I sleep, because I'm doing a documentary on sleep.
Oh, come on.
So a porn guy wouldn't have a camera pointing at a clock or a lamp and then a pillowcase.
Oh, yeah, you would know, wouldn't you, Trent?
Yeah.
You know exactly what a porn guy would have.
Well, hold on, that does make
Please.
sense.
You just automatically believe him?
So if I was filming movies, would I want to bring her back to my house?
If you're filming adult movies, that's exactly why you would want to bring her back to your house.
God, it's not the case at all. I'm doing a sleep study, and I'm filming it. It's like my own documentary.
Oh, that whole time we were talking, and I was asking, like, what else are you involved in? What else do you like to do? And you never once said, oh, I'm doing a docu-series on sleep patterns or whatever you just said.
Because it's just not really something I talk about. It's a little odd.
He doesn't want to brag.
No, I mean, I will say, okay, Danny, to his credit, I will say he came up with a reason for it immediately. He didn't have to stop and think about it. Trent, can she see any of your work that you've done?
Yeah, I have like the last 30 nights of my sleep. I mean, it's pretty boring, but I mean, we have to cut it all together and stuff. But
Well, yeah, the first part of those things usually are boring, but then the pizza guy comes, and then the documentary gets real interesting.
The day comes back, and all of a sudden, oh, this is your plan?
Danny.
Yeah, I don't really know if I get that or buy all that.
Danny, listen, I'll show you the project. Like, I'm not the pervert like you guys are portraying me to be.
Yeah, Danny, he'll show you his project if you show him yours.
That's not what he means.
Jeff is not helping.
So, Danny, I think Trent does sound like a pretty legit guy.
I think everybody in this room believes Trent. I think that you need to give him a second shot.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure about this.
Well, maybe you should watch his porn actor docuseries, and you can tell whether or not you want to do it.
Okay, you know what? I think I'm out.
No, he's joking. Jeff's joking.
Stop,
Jeff.
Danny.
I can't stop myself. I'm just too dang funny.
Danny, it's a sleep documentary. Come on, if Trent emails you the link to see whatever boring video he's doing, he's obviously not making money for a reason, okay?
All right. If he sends me the link and if it's like on Vimeo or something, and I'll watch, if that's what he's really been doing.
I can do that.
So if you're willing to, we will pay for you guys to go out on a second date, and you can watch the documentary together.
I will watch it, and then I will decide if I'll do the date.
Oh, okay. But if the documentary goes well, we want royalties off that thing.
I'm down for that.
Gross, do not give me any credits in it. I don't want any credits.
I'm trying to sleep. Let's do this.
I want a guest appearance.
No, Danny, I really want you to watch the film.
I'll give it a shot.
Trent's probably freaking out right now, thinking like, damn, I got to get home and film myself sleeping for 3 hours so I can send it to her.